Hey fellow explorers, today I am in Newport Beach, California, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the best things to see, do, and eat around the beachy areas. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what I can see, and this video is divided into 3 sections. This area around the Newport Beach Pier, the Balboa Pier, which is about 1.5 miles to the south of this pier, and the fun zone, which is just next to that, which is home to the Ferris wheel, the ferries that go to Catalina Island, and the ferries that go to Balboa Island. This part that we're on by the Newport Pier is probably the busiest part of Newport Beach, the busiest section of sand, because it's the closest from the freeway. If you were taking the 55 south and you kept on driving, this would be the first big beach parking lot you would get to. And you can see here at the end of May, the beginning of summer, on a Friday afternoon, quite busy here on the beach. Newport Beach is popular because it is gentle, sloping beach. The waves pretty small. The pier, good place to watch the surf, but honestly, the surfing, not that great. If you really want to surf, better surf up in Huntington Beach to the north. There's a cool pier over there. And there's a whole video walkthrough I did of that too, if you want to see more of Huntington Beach. Going here down to the south, the waves today a little bit bigger as you go south, a bit more of a shore break. Past the Balboa Pier, there's a famous beach called the Wedge that sometimes can get up to 40 or 50 feet. Only serious people get in the water there, please. And just further to the south of us is Laguna Beach. This is the main lifeguard tower. The beaches here are lifeguarded all year round. You can fish on this pier as well. The pier is open from 5 a.m. to midnight, so don't come here in the middle of the night hoping to do anything on the pier. Note, most of the parking in Newport Beach is gonna cost you money to park, and it is definitely not cheap. I feel like the prices change depending upon the season, the day, the part of Newport Beach that you're in, but at least for me, when I parked today, it was $4.10 per hour in the place that I parked. So good thing they do take credit cards. There is some free parking in the neighborhoods. You are definitely gonna have to search for it if you're hoping to park for free. We have the public restrooms here by the pier, big, plentiful. And we've got this little pier plaza. If you've seen the show The OC, there were a lot of scenes shot here in the pier plaza and around the pier. There's a cool globe right here. There's this dory fishing fleet, which I'm probably never here early enough for this place to be open, but theoretically, they sell seafood in there. Never seen it, but that's what I hear. That's what the signs say. All right, we've got some buskers out here playing some music in the plaza. We got a statue of a lifeguard there in the plaza. There is a ATM right here, so says the sign. Let's see, ATM. There we go. If you need some cash, you can pick some up here. And I feel like, is she singing the song that's the theme to the OC? No, different song. All right, there are plenty of surf schools here, so if you want to learn how to surf, this is a good place. This lot is definitely gonna be the closest to the sand, but it's also gonna be the busiest. It fills up fast. We're gonna check out these shops and restaurants here, make a lap around them, and then we're gonna walk over to the Balboa Pier. But one of the things I like about coming here is you can spend a whole day here in Newport Beach because there's so much to see and do in addition to just sitting on the sand. You can get lunch, you can get dinner, you can have some after dinner drinks. So lots of place here. If you like donuts, classic spot right here is the Seaside Donuts Bakery. Also cool little old school brick alleyways, old light poles. But this is a good spot to get an inexpensive breakfast by the beach. Next to it, we've got a super popular spot called Dory Deli. You get sandwiches, salads, and beers. Next to it, the Super Panga Taqueria, tacos, burritos, al pastor. Sit here on the counter looking out at the sea. The view doesn't get better than that. How much is it gonna cost you? No prices. They don't post prices. Any place that never posts prices is always too expensive. That's what I say. We have a little beach store right here. If you didn't bring enough jackets or swimwear, this and that, you can pick some up in here. Though they had signed no roller skates. Don't bring your roller skates. This place, a lot of dive bars in Newport Beach. So this one here, Beach Ball, Newport Beach. They open for cocktails at 6 in the morning, and they close at 2 a.m. Those are some long hours. We have a lot of bars here. This one too. This place is politically incorrect. We say one nation under God, Merry Christmas, salute our flag, and thank you to our troops. There we go. PJ's Surf Rider, another kind of surf gift shop. Oh, by the way, if you're parking here, the way parking works is they've got these parking meters. You go up to them, you push it to start, you enter your license plate in there, and then it tells you how much it's going to cost. You can also use any of these apps to pay. I tend to use the Park Mobile app, but if you've got a different one, that'll work too. This is a pretty popular ice cream spot. Apparently nobody wants ice cream today. It's not hot enough. It is 74 degrees Fahrenheit here at the end of May, but you know, in June, July, August, you might, like on warm days, you can push 80, like every once in a while it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but overall by the coast, generally on the cooler side in Southern California. For the warmest water temperatures, you will want to come in August and September, where the water temperature gets up to 70 or perhaps 72. In the winter, she's friendly. Hola! In the winter, it gets down to about 55 degrees Celsius in December and January. Okay, we've got Mutt Lynch's, another classic bar and grill, and a small little beachside hotel. Okay, as we walk down this way, I'm gonna get to the main street that comes off the 55 as you come in. This whole section of Newport Beach is on a peninsula. This Newport Peninsula is the most popular part of Newport Beach for beach going. There's another popular spot called Balboa Island, which is in fact an island. You'll get there by a ferry that we'll see a little bit later on, or you can also get there, there's a bridge that'll take you to Balboa Island. And then there is a section of the Newport Beach that is not on this peninsula, that's closer to Huntington Beach, but most people tend to come out to this peninsula section. And there's basically one road that runs down the peninsula. If you take the highway 55 all the way to the end, and then you go about a mile through a whole bunch of traffic lights in Costa Mesa, then you will end up here on the peninsula once you cross Pacific Coast Highway. This main road is Balboa Boulevard, running the few miles the length of the peninsula. Related to things to eat, a pretty solid seafood place right here is the Crab Cooker in that red building on this street. Okay, we've got a little kebab shop here. I also really like this place, Saigon Beach Vietnamese Eats. Pretty good Vietnamese sandwiches, bowls, soups, drinks, and because it's like one block off the beach, it's not like crazy touristy busy. Why isn't it busy? It's 2 o'clock, so nobody's eating lunch right now. We've got a place for milk and cookies. Another place I also like, and we're not going to get any closer to it than this because we're not going to walk across the street, but in this brown building is the Old Spaghetti Factory. If you've got kiddos and they like spaghetti, check that place out. Our daughter loves the spaghetti from there. My wife, Aussie girl, she really likes the pasta with the Greek Mizithra cheese. It's really unique pasta. If you've never had Greek Mizithra cheese and brown butter sauce, check it out. This is a fancy Taco Bell. This is a Taco Bell Cantina. This is the upscale version of Taco Bell. What does that mean? That means they serve alcohol too. You can get like big margaritas, as you can see right in there. And also your classic Taco Bell fare. This place, long hours. They are open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. daily. I guess this one's not open for breakfast. Decent burgers around here in this place. TK Burger. You can get their bargain special cheeseburger and fries, $9.25. Is it as good as In-N-Out Burger? No, but there is no In-N-Out Burger close to the beach. That's my burger spot of choice here, just a few steps from the sand. On the right, we've got the Stag Bar and Kitchen. As I say, there are many late night drinking spots here. You can check into this one. Burgers, pizza, appetizers in there. Okay, On the other side of this parking lot, another really popular like entertainment, nightlife drinking spot is Baja Sharkies, just on that side with the American flag. Oh, and so this place is the oldest bar in Orange County, established in 1908. Oh, and they let you know you can't pee for free. The restrooms are for customers only. But like, it's a cool, like that's a cool old bar with the wood and everything. Like, neat vibe in there. I like the old clocks up here too. These old clocks that are hanging up here. Okay. What's the food menu? Food menu. Nachos, burgers, pizza. We saw those pretty reasonable prices here for being by the sea. Okay, there's an Italian restaurant here in the corner, setting up their outside seating. A place called the Blue Beat, live music, dancing, rooftop patio. What is this place? This is Rockin' Baja Lobster, a chain of lobster restaurants. Another kind of party place, not known for their great food, but known for their fun locations. We have the Doryman's Inn, a bed and breakfast right here, and a high-end restaurant, 21 Oceanfront. If you're looking for a $100 bone and ribeye, you can pick it up there. You can see the rooms that are in this hotel. Cute, cozy looking rooms right by the beach, and some neat statues holding up the lampposts. And they got a valet if you stay here, or you're eating at the restaurant. That is the 21 Oceanfront Restaurant Valet. Okay, we are back at the Pier Plaza. We'll check out just a couple of these things that are here before we begin our walk. Notable ones is Jane's Corn Dogs. If you're looking for a solid corn dog spot, you can get some right there. Newport Coffee Company, popular, open at 6:30 in the morning. And Charlie's Chili, a famous Orange County institution for chili, established in 1967. They are also really popular for breakfast. They open at 7:30. And you get like pancakes, French toast, that sort of stuff. Another spot here in the corner, you can rent your surfboards here, you can rent your bikes here if you're looking to do some extra activity. A little picnic area here on the sand right next to the pier. And now we are walking generally in the direction south. One of the things I do love about Newport Beach is I love this beachfront boardwalk. Oh, there's a little restaurant here too that has like ice cream cones and Hawaiian shave ice, Dippin' Dots. That is your last food for a little while. We'll pick up some more in a little bit. You can see they've also got some showers that are over here. This beachfront boardwalk is shared between pedestrians, bikes, skateboards, roller skates. So do be mindful of all the other traffic that is here. If you're here in the summer, it can be quite busy. If you're here the rest of the year, pretty much not. My personal choice, like I always do these video tours right at the beginning of summer because that is when most people come here. But my personal favorite time to come here to the beach actually turns out to be not in the summer and in the winter when there's less people. Note, if you rent a surrey, they don't allow surreys here on the boardwalk. Okay. It is now about a 30-minute walk between here and the Balboa Pier. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up and make us go a little bit quicker than 30 minutes to get to that pier. Otherwise, this video would take way too long. And here, because there's a little sidewalk that I can turn down, I'm gonna take us along the sand a little bit so you can see the actual water beach view instead of just the house view the whole time. All right, back to speed walking. All right, so this section of beach, known for its shore break around here, are the waves that can break pretty big close in to the sand. If you've got little kiddos, I'd recommend the section north of the Newport Beach Pier. So where I started, between there and Huntington Beach, the waves are generally more gentle and they break further out. So by the time they get to shore for the little kiddos, much easier for them to deal with. But you can see, if you do like to romp around in the bigger surf, then these people out here are having some fun. All right, back to our speed walk. And because it's going to take me longer to walk there in the sand than it is on the cement, I'm going to make my way back to the boardwalk and turn us up to triple time. All right, now that we see some parking lots up ahead that we'll see a bit in a moment, we're at the Balboa Pier area. There are some volleyball nets right back here, and turn the camera back around. These parking lots, they're divided into two different areas. One is an hourly area, just like the rest of Newport Beach, but the second part of it is a daily or overnight area. If you are going to Catalina Island, or maybe you aren't, but the people who are going to Catalina Island, they would then park in the overnight section where you can stay for a few days, since this is where many people take their ferries to Catalina. Well, not from here, they take it from over on the Balboa Bay side. The bike path continues around this parking lot, but we're gonna stay on here and we're gonna make our right turn up at the hotel. We are crossing Adams Street now. We see some signs that say open houses. These houses are multi-million-dollar houses. You want a house here on the boardwalk, they're probably gonna start at like $3 million and go up. Definitely not cheap. And like up, you know, it would not be uncommon to see houses in Newport Beach for $20, $30 million. Definitely, definitely the 1% of the 1% are living here. We can see this place rents some surreys that you can't ride on the boardwalk for the most part. We're crossing a cool crosswalk here that's got these little blue and white tiles. We'll go ahead and take a look at the map over here so you can see where we are. This neighborhood they call the Balboa Village, and this street, Palm Street, is the street if you were going to the ferry to Balboa Island you would take. Okay, so we are here. We just walked this way. This is the short-term parking, and then there's long-term parking. We're gonna go down the pier a little bit, and then after that, we're gonna walk over to the Balboa Fun Zone over here. This is where the ferries go out to Catalina Island. This is where the Ferris wheel is, and this is where the ferry is to Balboa Island off here. Okay. So, as you can just probably tell by the vibe here, as compared to the Newport Pier, more chill over here. Just less people make it all the way down this way. And yes, the walk for me was about 30 minutes to get here. Driving is about 5 minutes. So if you were going to do this, you know, decide, do you want to walk? Do you want to drive? Do you want to rent a bike and get down here too? I mean, if you're spending a day down here, that's absolutely the way to do it. Get on 2 wheels and enjoy. Okay, now we are crossing Washington Street, and this is the Balboa Peninsula doesn't have very many big hotels. They're all kind of like small, quaint boutique hotels. There is, not on the sand, but like on the entrance as you come in, there is a Marriott affiliated hotel. Can't remember the name of it, but it's kind of like right as you come in near Lido Island. It like looks like an old school lighthouse. It's if you just search on Marriott.com and you put in like Newport Beach and look at the closest one to the beach, you will find that right there if you're looking for a big hotel. So the Balboa Inn has 2 sides. It has rooms up on this side and it also has rooms up on this side over here. So this is a pretty cute and quaint place to stay. Okay, this is Main Street here in the Balboa Village. We are going to go down to the left to check out the ferry, but first we're going to go to the right and we're going to check out the pier. Here's the 5th Avenue Bagelry and Donuts. So if you're looking for a cheap breakfast in this part of Newport Beach, you'll find it right there. There's a little Mexican restaurant over here on the right. Tacos Cancun, $13 if you want a burrito. $14 if you want a 2 taco combination, or $5 for just 1 taco. The first pier we were at, the Newport Pier, did not have a restaurant at the end of it, but this pier, the Balboa Pier, has a Ruby's Diner located at the end of the pier. So that's kind of cool. There is something to eat at this one. There are restrooms over here, just at the corner of this. And my 5-year-old daughter, she particularly likes that there is a playground just behind those restrooms. As we get a higher vantage point, I'll turn the camera to the left and you can see that. They love their regulations here in Newport Beach. So here they tell you on the pier, no dogs, diving, jumping, skating, bicycles, skateboards, vehicles over 3 tons, and also no smoking. Have a nice day now that you know all the things that you can't do. A little bit earlier is where the letters for the lifeguard towers went from numbers to letters. Closer to the Newport Pier, they're all numbered, corresponding to the streets, and then here they're all lettered. So you can see here from the pier, we get A, we get B, and then if you go all the way down to the wedge, you get W. And then right there, that's the playground on the sand, which is a lot of fun for kiddos, and a junior lifeguards building. They have a very vibrant junior lifeguards program here in Newport Beach. So in the summertime, if you're looking to give your kids some outdoor activities to do, it's pretty good. Now you can see the shore break probably gets stronger here today as we come to this pier. So we get those big-ish waves that break close to the shore. We've got more people in the water this way. Really steep shore right here, like big drop off from this hill down into the sand. This pier was established in 1906, has similar hours to the one before, midnight to 5 a.m. And so you can see, because of this like real steep slant, everybody hangs out like up on the top of the hill, up there. That's the preferred seating spot. Okay, let's go ahead and walk down to Ruby's at the end. No diving or jumping. We saw that before. There's another yellow sign. It is not that deep. Don't do it. It's not worth your neck. This one, we see some nice benches that you can sit out here. We see some people fishing on this one too. Less people on this pier, as you can tell. And as we look out here, it tells you some of the fish that you can catch here. These are some of the commonly caught Southern California surf species: bat rays, surf perch, corbina, guitarfish, leopard shark, halibut, croaker, surf perch, and the yellowfin croaker. Great name. Oh, by the way, rip currents. If you come to the beach and you're going in the water, you'll want to identify the rip currents. The rip currents, this area here of like brown water, there's usually where the rip currents are. That's where the current would take you out instead of taking you in. So do beware of the rip currents when you're in the water. Swim near a lifeguard if you're not used to swimming in the ocean, so that you've got some people close by that can save you instead of some people from far away. I grew up in San Diego, California, just to the south, and there's a big Marine Corps recruit depot there. So like everybody who joins the Marines on the west side of the Mississippi River, they come out to the Marine Corps recruit depot in San Diego for boot camp. And these young Marines that come from the middle of the country, really macho 18-year-old men, they go to the beach and they get caught in the rip currents all the time because maybe they've never been in the ocean. They're like, I can swim, I'm a really good swimmer in a swimming pool. Swimming in the ocean is very different than swimming in a swimming pool. Okay, that was your friendly word of safety here today. We see more people fishing down this way as we get towards the end of the pier, and we see the Rubies here at the end. They have a sign that says, yes, we are indeed open, although today they're not taking orders out here, at least to-go things. I think they would probably do it busy weekends and holidays, but where you will place your order is in the full-service restaurant inside. So Ruby says shoes and shirts are required if you want to eat here. And this is the cool little restaurant. They've also got some tables outside. Oh, there's a cool bird. Ooh, hello bird. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you off. They've got some seating upstairs too, but I don't think they're very busy, so they're not seating anybody up there. But this is just overall like a really cool place to sit out and have a burger. They are not the world's tastiest burgers, but it is very scenic and a classic California thing to do. We'll stick our camera in here just for a moment so you can see the inside of this cool California pier attraction. Little soda bar in the middle. Awesome. Okay. There's a plane taking off. I can hear it. Oh, it's right above my head. I won't pan the camera up to give you whiplash. But we are in the flight path of John Wayne, Orange County Airport, SNA, close airport to fly in here. Just so you can see the price of these things. Classic burger is going to be $15. Hot dog, $10.99. Sandwiches, drinks. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and speed us up back towards that Mexican restaurant that I point out at the foot of the pier, and then I'll pick you up from there as we walk over to the ferry to Catalina Island and the Balboa Fun Zone. Okay, one thing I want to pause for here is looking at this girl and these two guys in the water. These are people who know how to swim in the ocean because they have swim fins. The way you don't get caught in the rip current is with swim fins, and there we go. She's body surfing on that wave. You will see, like, you might see people in the water and you're like, oh, well, they're not going to get caught in the rip current. Yeah, because they got fins on their feet, and that's how they can fight against the rip current. Okay, I promise. No more public safety announcements. Okay, Mexican restaurant to the left, little Peninsula Park right here with a gigantic American flag flying at the top of this park. Little bandstand over here in the corner of it, and another big party bar, Cabo Cantina. This place is always a big party, and you can see the best bars in Newport Beach all have this like windows that you could probably pass the drink out the window, although they say it's a takeout window. Please do not put your drinks here. Not takeout for your drinks though. I guess that's where you can order takeout. This place is too busy. Okay, we've got henna tattoo store here on the right in green. On the left, we got some more places that rent bicycles. There used to be a BJ's pizzeria here, but no more. They are closed. So if you were like watching this video to know if there was a BJ's here, there isn't any longer. We've got another little bar restaurant over here. Oh, the light's green, so let's go ahead and cross. Solid Cafe, Balboa Lilies right here. If you're looking for something to eat in this area, sit down, American cafe style, check out Balboa Lilies. if you've got kiddos and they like candy, then Balboa Candy on the corner here is going to be your spot. Let's go ahead and dive into Balboa Candy. You can see classic candy shop. They have all this candy in barrels, and so like a lot of taffy, really popular on the California coast. You pick up a bucket, you go around, pick up your taffy, you weigh it, and that is how you get your candy in here. There's also the super old school Balboa Pharmacy on the corner. If you're going to Catalina and you didn't get your seasick drugs, this is your last chance. Solid sushi spot here, San She Go, Newport Beach. Not going to be cheap. Classic postal service here, and these old school metal post office boxes. All right, just a cool little bit of history to walk into there. That place smells about 100 years old inside, if you know what I mean. Okay, this right here, this is the Balboa Pavilion. This is the historic 115-year-old building where the ferries to Catalina go. And you can see it's so historic that they have a painting of this same street right here of what it looked like in 1918. The pavilion built in 1905, in this building were prominent features of Balboa Village. The red car trolleys ran from downtown Los Angeles down here, and today new people come to this historical destination. That's what the sign right next to it says. Chronic Tacos, decent but not amazing Mexican food. If you need something in a pinch while you're down here, that will do. There are a few different spots you can take ferries to Catalina. The ferries take somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour, depending upon where you're taking it from. They go from Dana Point, they go here from Newport Beach, and then they go from Long Beach / San Pedro. There is a restaurant up on top. There is whale watching and sport fishing that you can take out of here. And the restaurant actually has 2 floors, ground floor and upper floor. You can see it's a cool wooden, old school type restaurant here. Ooh, pretty neat with that nautical vibe. But they've got some even more like cool historic pictures. You can see this like a long time ago in black and white. You can see the old cars here on Main Street. You can see all the fish that people are catching. Pretty crazy. Okay, and apparently they are a popular spot for weddings in town. This is the old school offices for the Catalina Flyer. That's the, I guess they call it the Catalina Island Ferry now. It used to be called the Catalina Flyer. Maybe people thought that was a plane, so they renamed it. Let's see, do they post their price anywhere? The office hours are 8 to 4 p.m. No, I'm sure these, they used to be able to like, what are the ticket prices? Anyway, you gotta look online if you wanna know what the ticket prices are, what times they go. But the Catalina Island Ferry, where it does go, it goes from right here. And if it were here, it would be parked right here. This is where you board to go to Catalina. What you can rent right now, you can rent the U-Drive boat rentals. A lot of different boats. They rent 1 hour, starting from $100 if you want to take your own boat out in the water. Oh, let's see this. This is cool. This is the, there's like a tiki boat out here. There's all these like cool Newport Beach harbor tours you can take. It's a really neat harbor to visit just because the yachts are so expensive. We have another donut shop here, the Balboa Bakery Donut Company. This is a pretty big donut shop in here. They've got ice cream, they've got shave ice, they've got some like arcade games, they've got drinks. So if you're looking for a little bit of everything on the sweet side, here's a little spot. Okay, you can get tuned right here. Get a cartoon, it takes 2 minutes, $7, black and white, color, $1 extra, pretty good deal. Balboa Beach treats, one of the things that is popular here in this part of town are the frozen bananas and the Balboa bars. It's like a Newport Beach thing, although on Balboa Island is where those things have originated. You would take a ferry from here to get to Balboa Island. You can put your car on, it's a car ferry too. 3 cars go per ferry. We'll see it in just a second. This is where you would take some of these sea lion cruises, celebrity home tours, yacht tours, private charters, the 45-minute harbor cruise, 20 bucks. Okay, if you want to eat some pizza, my daughter enjoys the pizza from this spot right here. Pretty basic pizza, but 2-slice pizza and a drink, 12 bucks. Can't go wrong. They've also got ice cream in there too. Is it gourmet pizza? No, but it is quick and relatively inexpensive for Newport Beach. The real Newport Beach boat is the Duffy boat. This boat right here, so you can rent the original finest electric boats since 1970. They're more. They're $300 for 2 hours on the weekends. On a weekday, you can get 1 hour for $150. We've got the Newport Beach Historical Society and Museum here, where you can learn all about the history of this little town in there. And they've even got some swim fins on the wall. See, swim fins is what the locals got. There's a climbing wall here in the fun zone. Kiddos can climb up there, see how fast they can get to the top of the palm tree. We've got the happy swing, also $6. We've got a little bit of a trampoline here. And there's the Ferris wheel, which we'll see that in just a second. But there's like this plaza here, which is really struggling. It's come and gone, a whole bunch of different things. So it's just in, I don't know, some weird state at the moment. Okay, over there in the middle of the bay, that thing that's going across that boat, that is the Balboa Island ferry. Balboa Island is this island we see over here. These ferries go back and forth. I'll show you the prices in just a minute, but they take people, they take cars, and they take bicycles, up to 3 cars per ferry. And then out here, these are all of the little Duffies that you can rent at this Duffy rental place. There's the Balboa Fun Zone Arcade over here, where you can play video games, pinball, that sort of stuff. We'll pop our head up there into this arcade. The donut shop that we saw before also used to be an arcade too.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Wait, I remember you.
Hi. Yellow Productions. Yeah. Very good. If you couldn't hear her, she said, I remember you. You're on YouTube. I said Yellow Productions. She said, yes, Las Vegas. All right, so here's the Ferris wheel. This sign says it is the world's longest Ferris wheel ride. That's what the sign says. We got to read the fine print. You know, fine print's really important. It says right above the world's longest Ferris wheel ride, it says it could be, it could be the world's longest. One ticket is $6 to ride the Ferris wheel. It's a lot of fun. I've done it. Cool views, and it actually is pretty long. Like, you go on it for a long time. There's a burger place here, Irv's Burgers. They are from Los Angeles. Pretty new, opening in here. Let's take a look at the Irv's Burgers menu. Just a few seats inside, like 7 seats on stools, and they've got what they call the best burger on the menu. It's a pressed double patty, cheese, herb sauce, toasted sesame bun. I would give +1 to that as the best burger in this area here, being the Balboa area. Okay, so we've got here the ferry. So there's no cars on it right now. It comes right up to this road, and the price to ride the ferry as a person is $2. A car with a driver is $3, and kids are $1. And let's see, if you have a bicycle, what does it say? Bicycles are like an extra 25 cents if you have a bicycle. So let's see, is this car gonna come on? Hopefully this car's gonna come on and we can watch this car get on the ferry. So the car comes here, they assess, they'll turn a little light to tell them green, and here, then the car goes on the ferry. Right there. So this is, they're on the bridge part, and then they go past that little thing, and there we go. Then they go on the ferry, and then they go across to the island. It's pretty fun, especially if you're the first car, because if you're the first car, you're sitting in a car, then you feel like you're going on water. It's pretty fun. Do this while you're here. And on this side it says, welcome to Balboa Peninsula, and if you're on the other side, then it says, welcome to Balboa Island. There is another pizza spot here in the corner. I don't love this one all that much. Some more places that you can rent boats. And We got a place, this is a sock store, Sock Harbor, and there's there's Bigfoot and Sasquatch, a few more sport fishing tours, and a seafood restaurant. Well, all right, fellow explorers, if your travels are bringing you to Orange County, you want to see more of Huntington Beach, check out my Huntington Beach tour here. Or if you want to check out Laguna Beach just to the south, you can check that out. Also, Crystal Cove, really great part of the Newport, between Newport and Laguna. Links to all description below, to my whole Orange County playlist. And as usual, I won't say goodbye, because I'll see you in the next video.